Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me. And first off, I want to tell you that I apologize for any of you people who I might have scared with my pity party last week. I'm telling you, sometimes I get in those little pity parties and somebody should just slap me silly. But anyway, I am not quitting YouTube. I can't afford to quit YouTube. As I've told you before, that's where I make my money to pay my car payment and buy my gas and my groceries and stuff, so I can't afford to quit. Sometimes I just get really down and out, and things like that happen, you know. When you are a person who struggles with lifelong depression, and I know a lot of you have that because a lot of you have talked to me about it, then it's just a given. Sometimes you're going to have ups and downs. Some days you're going to be up and some days you're going to be way down. And I just happened last week to be way down. So I'm sorry. I did not mean to scare anybody. Now I pulled these out of the back of some books. That I don't think I did. What did I pull that out of? I don't know. Anyway, these, I pulled them out of some books. And I'm going to, there's a fly again. I'm going to use these in my journals just like they are. If someone wants to cover them, they can. But I thought we would go ahead and make a few of these little library pockets. I know we've made them before, but what about if we make some more? How's that sound? I think we will. Now this one, I actually left it on the piece of paper because I love that paper. And I'll probably just include that in a big pocket somewhere. But I thought we would do that. And then I'm going to make a few more things for journals. And we're just going to kind of play around. I don't have a plan. You know I don't. As usual, I never have a plan. Now those cards are actually about the size that we need. And this, I think, was cut from an old file folder. As you can see, it's been written all over. But we're going to use those and cover them for this. I'm not going to draw the lines on it. I'm just going to cover it with some writable paper and have it in there. You can put the lines on it if you want to. I think I actually have a stamp that does that, but I'm not going to go that extreme today. So we're going to make this. And I'll just show you my process, how I make it from start to finish. If I can find a piece of paper. Let's see. I think I want to make it out of plain paper just so that we can decorate it. So let's see what plain paper we might have in here. You know what? Let's make one out of straw paper. And I know a lot of you may not have straw paper. You can make these out of whatever you want. You don't have to have straw paper. I just happened to pull that piece out. Now I'm just going to lay it on here like this. This is very scientific how I do this. No, it's not. I don't think it's going to be quite long enough. But that's okay. We just won't have as large of a top. I'm just going to push it up a little bit. I don't mind if the top's a little bit shorter. Okay, over here I'm going to leave a 1/2 inch. And then over here, I'm going to leave a 1/2 inch. And I'm just guesstimating that that's a 1/2 inch. Guesstimating. And yes, I do feel a lot better today. I have got my reviews behind me. I had a couple of companies that had been pressuring me about doing reviews for their product. And I got those, well, I've got them done and sent to them. I don't know how many times they're going to have me change things on them, but at least they're done and sent. And that takes some pressure off of me. And then I decided, when I got through with that last one, I decided I would do a video. And I'll have to show you my shirt that I made in one of the videos. I think you're going to like it. Let's see. I want to put something on here that will make this a little bit thicker because straw paper is not real thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a strip of this paper. I know this is me crafting on the fly. I had a lady that said I should plan better than what I do, and I should, which she's no longer part of our group here, so It just makes me sick how you just sit there and try to figure out what you're going to do and blah, 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 blah. Well, you know what? If it makes you sick, then don't watch me. And that's what I told her. I said, just don't watch me. I'm probably not the person that you need to watch because I used to plan, and I know I've told a lot of you guys this before. I used to plan my videos out years ago. I planned everything out. I made 2 or 3 of them before I would actually do the video and just everything. I mean, I just had it down pat. I'd cut my paper. I'd do everything. And it was so boring to me. I hated it. I got to the point where I just literally despised doing a video because I hated the planning and the doing it before 3 or 4 times, and then, you know, by the time I did the video, I was done sick of the project. So I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. If people want to watch, that's fine, and if they don't, then that's their prerogative. You know, it's put out there free for you, so you can watch or not. Oh, let's see. I'm not thinking this through. I'm just kind of slapping stuff together. I'm gonna try to center it. It don't have to be exactly centered, but put it like that. Now, I could have glued a piece all the way down, but I kind of want some of my straw paper to show, so that's why I'm not doing that. This piece we're going to turn over. We're going to glue it over here, like that. And now we've got a stronger piece up there at the top that will actually hold that pocket so that it doesn't tear when you put things in and out of it. And these pieces I'll fold around, but I'm going to punch a little pool here. It actually looks like it might rain here today. I'm hoping that it does. I love the rain. I can remember when I was young, really young, I hated rain. I literally despised it. And now that I've gotten older, I love the rain. The more it rains, the better. And I know it's not good for everybody everywhere because people flood, but I just love it. I mean, especially if I'm on vacation or if I'm up in the mountains. If it rains every day when I'm up in the mountains, I love it. Just rain away. I don't care. And I'm hoping for my birthday, my birthday is on the 7th of October, by the way. I know I had mentioned my birthday last week, and a lot of you sent me birthday wishes. My birthday is not until the 7th of October. And I am hoping that I can get to go on a little trip. Just a little short trip. Just me and maybe a friend of mine. Oh, that's not going to punch. I didn't put anything behind it. We've been talking about it, and my kids don't know anything about it, so don't tell them. Because they would just start worrying. Mama, here, what? You're going to go by yourself, blah, blah, blah. Just don't tell them. I'll tell them when the time comes. But anyway, we've been talking about it, so we'll see if we can work it out. But I think getting away and just spending a couple of days just looking at nature and talking and that kind of thing, I think will do me and her both good. Okay, so I rounded my corners up here. You don't have to do that, of course. I was trying to feel and see if I need to put something else on there. I think I'm going to put something up here just because this is plain. I'm going to put something else down here, but this is kind of plain, so I want to put some paper or something up there that'll just kind of give it a little bit of color. And I may just tear this out and put it on there. And I'm going to just hand tear it, I think. So any of you who go and start telling Melina, you're going to get in trouble. Just don't say anything. I'm telling y'all a secret and you got to keep it. I don't, like I said, I don't know if we're going to get to or not, but we've just been talking about it. That would be a good birthday present, I think. All right, I think I'll put that there and just kind of fold it around the back. Yeah, that'll work. So what have you guys been up to? It's already late and I didn't know if I was going to get to do a video or not because it took me so long to get that video up this morning for that company. Those will probably be coming out next week, so you'll get to see what I made. But I thought even though it's late, I'm going to go ahead and try to get one up. It may not be real long because I'll still have to edit and then upload it, and it depending on the weather and whatever else around here. Sometimes, I mean, you know, I'm in the country, so sometimes things upload really quick and sometimes they don't. So like the other night, it took that one 7 hours to upload. All right, I like that. Now I think right here I'm going to put some flowers. So what color do we want to go with? What about just yellow? No, yellow won't look good because that background's yellow. What about some purple? Oh, I kind of like the purple. I don't know, it may not go, but I like it. And these are some flowers that my friend sent me, and she said, I believe, that you can get these on Amazon. I believe she did. And this is just a little Cricut pick tool, so, but you can use whatever tool that you might have that just has a little point on it. You can even use I've seen some people use a needle, so you can use whatever you have. Did you see me cut right through that? Yes, I did. Look at that, I cut a hole in it. Okay, we're gonna patch it. I don't know why I did that. We're just gonna patch it up. It'll work. My scissors and my crooked hand. And then we'll just fold it. And we'll put a little ink back over that and it'll be fine. So we've got that all patched up. I'm not gonna use those scissors anymore. They don't seem to make me go straight, or maybe I'm not making them go straight. I don't know which. Okay, now I'm going to put a little bit of glue right down through here on both sides. And yeah, there's a lot easier way to make these pockets, but I just thought I would use this and make some. That is cool. And then we'll glue this down on the back. And there is our little library pocket. I like that. And yeah, I'll come back and put some washi down there. You know I will. Let me look. Alright, this one might work. It has some writing on it, and I'm just going to tear it. And we'll just put a little piece across each one. Someone asked, why do you do that? Is there a reason why you do that? There is no reason other than I just like the looks of it. There is no reason. It just kind of completes that bottom, I think. I mean, that's my opinion. It's not something that needs to be done. Not at all. And then ink around the pocket. Now, I made this one, of course, larger than that one because I used this. We'll make another one and I'll show you how to do it that way. Alright, I think this might work. Yeah, that one's going to work in there. So I've got this piece of paper that has some lines on it. That might work. Let's see what else we have. I'm trying to not have to get my stamps out right now. Use what I have here. You know, we could use this. That's a very old piece of paper. Let's just use it. Why not? I like that other one, but it's not quite long enough to go all the way. So we're just going to use this one. It's an old journal page. Or an old ledger page, I should say. We'll cover the back so that it can be written on too. I have no idea where my other scissors are, so we'll use these. I think I may have them over on my other table. And I'm hoping that these little pieces were cut straight because I haven't even looked at that. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I like that. Once we put a little ink on there, that'll work good. And I'm just going to put this coffee dye piece on the other side. Ugh, so I stuck it right down where I already had glue. That's pretty good, isn't it? Alright. Okay, now let's ink it up. And you can round the corners of this if you want. I'm not. I'm just going to put quite a bit of ink on it. I want it to look even older than what it is. So I'm coming in, I'm holding my ink like this, my dauber, and I'm coming in a little bit on it. Just to make it look older. And then we'll put our heavy ink out here at the edge. And then I'm going to do the back as well. So there is that. There's that one. And you could always put a little stamp or something on here. I may pull out my stamps later and just stamp a little number or something there. But you can always decorate this up how you want to. But that's a little library pocket made that way. Let's go ahead and cover this. I kind of like this stuff to cover it in. It inks up real well and looks really, really old. So sorry if I sniffle. I got the sniffles today. I don't mean to, but I forget. I forget that I'm filming and I sniffle. There we go. And then on the back, we'll use another one of these. Get my fingerprint because I've got so much glue on my finger. Try not to touch it and get glue all over that black glue all over it from my fingers. This is not anything like what I was gonna make when I first turned the video on. Not anything like it. But that's the way it goes. Uh-oh. I'm gonna wipe my fingers and then I'm going to wipe that because I've got a little bit of glue there and that's where I got that dark stain on it. And it'll dry in a minute and it'll be okay. I'm using Vintage Photo for anyone who needs to know. There we go. I like those little lines in there. It even makes it look older. Okay, so there is another one. And then we're going to make another library pocket. And I think I'll make this one out of a different piece of paper. Let's use this piece. I'm just going to cut it in half and we'll use it that way. You can use your digitals. You don't have to use what I'm using. I'm just using what I've got right here on my desk. That way I don't have to get up and go find anything. But you can use whatever you have. Now, trying to see, yeah, on this one, and I may have cut it a little bit big. If I did, we will adjust that in a minute. So I've cut it 5.5. Yeah, I've cut it a little bit big, so I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to cut it down to 5. And that way, when everything is said and done, we'll have a 4-inch wide pocket. So it's cut down to 5, and then this is 8.5 this way. And I am going to find my score tool here. And I'm going to score it at 1/2 and at 1/2. I'll just turn it around since this one's not long enough, and score the rest of the way. And then for turn up, let's see, maybe 2.5 inches. So 2.5 to do the turnip. Turnips. We're going to make turnips. No, not really. So that'll do the turnip. And then we will fold these. Well, we will fold them. We will. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Now, I really need my other scissors, but I'm going to try to do it with this one. So this is the short side. I scored it right there. So we're going to start there, and you're going to cut in, and then you're just going to follow that line all the way up, that score line. And I'm trying my best to follow it. I'm not used to cutting with these scissors. I haven't cut with them in a while. And when I haven't cut with them in a little while, I kind of forget exactly how to guide them. I can guide those Tim Holtz a lot better. But these are a lot easier on my fingers and my wrist. Alright, that looks pretty good. And then this will fold up, and those will fold around like that. See, that makes a pocket a lot easier, doesn't it? And a lot quicker. But you can do them either way. Now I'm going to go ahead and round this. Oh, I didn't round it. I cut it in. Oh well, we're going to leave it. I used the wrong punch. That's the tag topper punch. And this is the corner rounder punch, but we're going to leave it. See how I rounded it? Not going to worry about it. Remember, I used to say that all the time. I've got to make some more shirts that says not going to worry about it. Because I'm not. I'm just not. Not worth it, is it? No, I feel like I am very, very blessed. A lot of you shared your stories with me, and I appreciate you sharing them. I have read them this morning. I spent about 2 hours this morning drinking my coffee and just reading your stories. And a lot of you have got much, much worse stories than I do. You've got a lot more to be depressed about than I do. I should be very thankful. I mean, some of you have not only lost your husband, but you have lost a child or children and parents, and you know, there's just, I mean, I can't even imagine losing one of my children or grandchildren. I mean, that's devastating to even think about. But a lot of you have, and you know, you're still going strong. And I know you said you have days like I do, and everybody does. But I consider myself very blessed. Okay, what are we going to put on here? I thought about using a little, I love that type on this. I have no idea what all it's talking about a cookbook. But I love that type. So we may use a piece of it. Yeah, why not? Again, I want to make these edges dark, like it's just an old burned piece of paper. I have actually burned paper to make it look like this in my day. And I'm also going to put a crease across it right there. And I'm going to ink that crease up. There we go. That's better. It's getting better and better. I left my glue stick open the other day and it's a little bit gummy, a little bit stickier, I should say. It's a little bit tough to get off of there. So if you leave it open, you can always just heat it up a little bit. Don't put it in an oven or anything like that, but just like set it in the sun and it'll soften back up, but it gets a little hard when you leave it open. All right, we're going to do that. And then I want some, let's see, I would like to have yellow, I think. No, I wouldn't either. I don't want yellow. Maybe I want blue. Yep, I want blue. So we're going to do some blue flowers. And I'm just going to come right across that. And I didn't punch my little pool there, but it's okay. And I like to do 3 flowers on the bottom, 3 or 4 or 5. I don't like to just do 2, so I usually put a big one, and then in the middle I'll put a little one, short one, and then on the other side I'll kind of put another bigger one, or one that seems to be bigger. You can always make them look a little bit larger by putting them higher. And try not to put them the same distance or in the middle. Try to offset them a little bit. Makes it look more real, I guess you could say. So there's that. I like that. And then of course we're going to do a little piece of washi. It probably won't show up too much on this paper, but it'll be alright. Not a problem. There we go. Alright, up here, I want to do something up there too. We may just come back with I don't mind that right there. That being cut at an angle, I don't mind that at all. So let's just do it. Something different, and it's a scrap piece of paper laying here. You guys gotta let me know again about good movies. If you got any good movie suggestions, let me know, because or any series that I haven't watched. I'm out of something to watch, and I'm out of something to read, and which I don't have a lot of time for either or, but when I sit down at night, pretty late at night, I like to, turn the TV on and find a good movie that, and I don't like sad sob, lovey-dovey. I don't like that kind of movie. I like action-packed movies, things like that. So don't send me no love stories. Alright, I don't know if I cut that completely straight, so let's get the trimmer. I've got all this stuff stuck to my fingers. Yeah, see, I don't mind that. It coordinates. I like it. And then right here, I want to put a little label. And I think that one will be good. Let's see what we have in here. I think these are some, yeah, these are some animal stickers that one of you sent me. Don't know if I have a butterfly. That would be cute. Oh, I like that. Now, let's see if we can find a little label. Let's just put this little 30 cents on here. It's just a little vintage kind of label. Because since I've got my butterfly on there, I don't need anything big. I just need a little bit of something right there. All right, so there is another one, and where's her? There it is. Put that in there. And you can also put some things on these if you want. But that is another one. Now, I want to do just a couple more things, and then we'll let you go for today. I want to do a few of these little Glassine bags because I don't have any in my stash, so I thought I'd do a couple of those, and then we'll just kind of go from there, and we'll use them in our journals next week. I think I'm just going to use another piece of this book page that I like, and I want to ink it up real well. So thank you guys. If I haven't got to your comment yet and hearted it, thank you so much for all of your comments. I appreciate them. Thank you for all the emails. I got emails. I got private messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of that helps me so much. And a lot of you had said that, and this just floors me. I don't know why I would be any help to you, but a lot of you have said that I helped you out of your depression and helped you when you had a loss in your family, and that just makes me feel very, very humble, very humble. So I'm happy that I could help you, but like I said, it makes me feel very, very unworthy. Unworthy. And I'm just going to continue going with these flowers because I absolutely love them. And I have quite a few, so let's just keep on. Let's see. I want one that goes kind of the other direction, maybe. Could put that one on up a little bit, like that. And don't know if I want to put anything here or not. I think on this one I'm going to leave that with 2. See, I just contradicted myself. I said normally I like to put 3 or 5, but I've got 3 things on there, and then I'm going to put a little number, I think, up here. Now, someone asked me what the purpose, was there a significance for the numbers that I put on these? Not really. Now, if I put number 8 on there, 8 is significant to me, but it's not to anybody else, I don't think. But 8 is just a significant number to me. But no, these are just numbers, and I love numbers because I'm a number person. I'm an accountant, so I like numbers. And I just think sometimes numbers makes the projects look a little bit better. That's why I do it. Now, I'm not using my Barely Arts, and I need to be, because Barely Arts doesn't show through here, but I didn't. But that will be okay for today. We do have plenty of Barely Arts in. If you are about out, you can grab some. We've got all sizes. And I think that's all I'm going to do to that little Glassine bag. And then the little tag will slide down in there, or the little journal card. And you could ink around them. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just depends on what I want them to look like. I'll ink around this one, but we may not ink around another one. There we go. That's simple. Done. And I'm going to make one this size. And I think I want to use a bigger book page, I believe. See if I've got one here. Let's look in my scraps here. I've got a little scrap thing of book pages and music pages in here. Could use music page. No, I want book page. This is a very, very old one. Oh, we could go like that. Let's do that. That one's already torn and everything. All that we need to do is tear it a little bit at the top. And then I'm going to put that right at the edge, like that. This one is already kind of stained up, but we're going to put a little bit more ink on it. Trim that little nub off down there. And then, let's see. I'd like to have a tall flower right here, but you know I don't have one cut out, I'm sure. I know I've got some on the way though, because my friend has cut some out for me. But I don't think I have any already cut out, and I don't want to spend the time cutting one out. Oh, that one might look pretty. This one I have partially cut, so we're just going to use it. It's not cut well, but I'll figure that out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ink here, take this page, and I'm just going to go in with my ink dauber, put just a little bit of ink on that white so that it doesn't show white, that it shows a little bit of color. Doesn't stand out like a sore thumb. Yeah, that should work. Then we'll put some glue on here, and again I'm not using my Barely Arts, and I need to be, because see how this is trying to pucker up? The Barely Arts won't let it do that as much. It will if you put a lot on there, but if you just put a normal amount it won't. But I've just already got this in my hand, so we're going to use it. And I'm going to start about right there and just lay that down. And then press it down with my tool here. And of course I don't have a dry towel here. All I have is my wet one. That'll work. There we go. Cute. I like that. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and use this washi since I have it out. And I like to tear it because I don't like it to be even. Put that right there. Whoops, I turned that little leaf up, didn't I? Alright. And then, I think I'll put a label right there, and that one will be finished. I think I'll just use this label. Now this end is torn a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and tear it a little bit more, and I may wrap it around because it was already torn. Let's do it with glue stick. It does have less water in it than the art glitter glue. Alright, there we go. So there is another Glassine bag. So I think that is all I will do today. That's 4 pieces for me. That's pretty good. Well, really 6 pieces because I did do these little cards too. But again, I thank you guys for all your sweet comments, and I thank you for being so patient with me when I act so silly. But you know, that's just the way grief is. It comes in waves. It hits you now, and then later you'll be fine, and then it will come back maybe 3 weeks later and hit you again. And it just happened to hit me when the anniversary of my hubby was, and so that's just the way it goes. But I thank you for all your patience, all your kindness, your support, your sweet comments, sweet letters, everything that you guys have done for me. Thank you for continuing to watch my videos, even though you don't have to. You continue to watch, and even watch the old ones when I'm not able to do one. I appreciate that more than you will ever know. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.